shopping in any stores today?
Yeah, I just came to the mall.
Okay, so I'm just going to read your rights real quick. You have your right to...
What?
Just listen here. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Hello? Why is he recording me? What's going on?
Relax. Let me finish my statement.
I'm confused. What's going on?
I'm going to answer your questions after I read my statement.
Hello? What is it? I'm in the mall. It's on the...
I ever stopped by Crate and Barrel?
Crate and Barrel? I don't want to Crate and Barrel.
Right. Are you going to listen or are you going to talk?
Okay, listen.
Okay. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one could be appointed to you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
That wouldn't be clear.
What store were you in today?
I just went into Pink, and I went into... I forgot where I went into before that.
Okay. All right. Did you conceal any merchandise on you? Did you take any clothing? Because we're going to go to the store and look at the cameras. So.
Okay. Hello?
So did you take any clothing?
No, I did not.
Okay. Can you just do me a favor? Hang up the phone real quick while I'm speaking with you. Do you have an ID on you?
About 30.
No, I don't. I have a picture of it on my phone. I recently lost because it got expired.
Okay. 3, can you go to the store and confirm, please?
What store are you talking about this happening?
What store have you been in?
I told you I went into Pink, and I think I went into Aloe after. That was it.
Okay. All right. Let me see your ID real quick.
It's expired.
Okay.
It's expired my birthday.
Do you have a valid one, or is it the only one you have?
No, it recently just expired. That's a copy of the only one I have.
Okay.
But recently just expired.
Sorry, I got out of it. Where was it?
Oh.
Thank you.
I'm under arrest for what?
You're not under arrest. You're just being detained at this time.
Detained for what, though, officer?
For potentially shoplifting.
For potentially? Not for actually potentially?
So you're matching the description of somebody that reported shoplifting in a store.
I just literally got to this mall.
So we're looking at camera footage right now.
Okay.
If you didn't shoplift, you'll be on your way. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
12-hour 5 to the top. Not 3 negative 01.
What's your current address?
Sharifa,
Take this off.
call mommy and tell him I'm getting locked up right now. Call mommy and tell about him this again. I'm getting locked up. I gotta send you Dante's number too.
Okay.
I'm in New Jersey. Call Kimmy too.
I'll let you make a phone call when we get down.
All right.
Call me. Radio?
Okay.
I tried entering for you.
Can I go to the corner?
Just walk with me. See that exit sign? We're going to walk right over here.
At this point in their investigation, police directed the shoplifter to a private area and instructed her to hand over the stolen goods.
Right here.
You just walked up. Yes.
And whatever you have, you just throw on the ground.
Okay. My less is going to pull you out there, so.
Make sure it's all of it because, like I said, you're going to get searched back then. If you don't turn it over now, we're going to charge you additionally. Okay.
Am I gonna make it off for my daughter birthday tomorrow?
Yes.
That's all I care.
Okay. Just confirm that's everything.
Like I'm weak.
I said confirm that's everything that's on you. Make sure that's everything that's on you. Definitely nothing else in there. Like that. It's a New York deal at the top.
I was gonna make it for my daughter.
That's definitely it, right? Because I'm telling you, you're going to get searched. She's going to go under your dress. And...
all the way.
Can you just take the dress off? I mean, you have pants underneath, right? Okay.
So feel comfortable taking it off, but I have nothing.
I'm sorry?
I don't feel comfortable.
You don't want to take it off? Okay.
I feel comfortable.
Like I said, as long what's this strap here?
It's for the dresser.
Okay. All right. So like I said, you're gonna get searched when we get down there. If there's more merchandise, that could be an issue.
Can you just be honest with me?
What's up?
I'm not gonna make it for my daughter's birthday.
Yes. Like I said, you were pretty transparent, right? You did admit to
I'll
it.
show you her date of birth. And
Listen. I'm gonna work with you, okay? You gave me everything back, right? So, are you gonna get arrested? Yes. You're gonna get processed. I will do my best to get you out of here today, okay? Okay? All right, just come over here and just stand on the wall. Okay? All right, just come over here and just stand on the wall. Just put your hands behind your back.
Will I able to go on my phone? Because I don't have no number.
It's all gonna come with you. I'm gonna let you make a phone call when we get back to the police department, okay? Unlock your fingers.
You guys are ready. Yeah, that's what it's
Can I use something else?
What's up?
The money that's my son is trying at the hair salon. The money I have in my bag is to buy sneakers for school tomorrow.
Well, like I said, all your money, all your property is gonna come with you. When you're released, you're gonna get it back. We're not keeping your money, okay?
Welcome back, everybody, to the Deep Dive. So today we're going to be focusing on just one single YouTube video for this whole deep dive.
Oh, wow.
And I know you might be thinking one video, but trust me, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, so this video shows a shoplifting incident, but it's really the commentary and reactions that make it a fascinating deep dive.
Yeah, I think what's so interesting here is that we have, like, the incident itself, you know?
Right.
But then we also have the cultural commentary and a little social critique all in one.
Absolutely.
Right.
So let's set the scene for our listeners.
Yeah.
Imagine you're at the mall, just a typical day, tons of people around, and suddenly you see some commotion. A woman is being questioned by security guards.
Oh.
They think she's shoplifting.
And it's interesting how the video kind of just drops us right into the middle of the action, like we don't see what happened before.
Right, it's like we're immediately thrown into this drama.
Exactly.
And at first, the woman, she denies she stole anything, but then security, they take her aside to a more private area, and that's when she reveals all this hidden merchandise.
Interesting. And what kind of stuff did she have?
Well, it was clothing from Victoria's Secret, Pink, and Alo. So, those brands that project a certain image.
Yeah, for sure. It makes you wonder if maybe there's something more going on here, than just like needing clothes.
Right. And she does try to explain, she says that she needed the clothes for her daughter's birthday and sneakers for her son for school.
Yeah, okay.
But it's hard not to think there's something deeper going on there, especially given the specific brands she targeted.
Definitely makes you think about, the psychology behind shoplifting. Like, is it really just about needing those items, or are there other things at play?
Right, like fitting in.
Yeah, exactly. Like social pressures or wanting to present a certain image.
And just to complicate things even further, her ID is expired.
Oh, wow.
You can just see the stress and anxiety on her face as she's trying to, explain everything and deal with this on top of it.
I mean, it's a really intense situation, and the video doesn't shy away from that. Like, we see her vulnerability, but at the same time, we see how the police officer, he handles it all so calmly and respectfully.
He does.
Explains everything clearly and even tells her that he'll try to get her released quickly.
Yeah, it's amazing how composed he stays throughout the whole thing.
Right.
It makes you think about how often he probably deals with situations like this.
Oh, I know. It's impressive.
It really emphasizes the importance of de-escalation.
Absolutely. Especially when someone's already feeling so vulnerable.
Exactly. And up to this point, the video has basically been like observing this whole thing unfold.
Yeah.
But then the YouTuber starts giving his own commentary, which adds a whole other layer.
That's where it gets really interesting.
Yes. So the YouTuber, he identifies as Jamaican, and he starts talking about how he's worried this incident will reflect badly on Jamaicans as a whole.
That's a powerful statement. You know about how sometimes people judge an entire group based on the actions of one person.
Exactly. And he uses phrases like, don't say Jamaicans do this, and talks about how the whole thing brings shame and embarrassment to his community.
So he's not just concerned, he's actually condemning what she did.
Yeah, and he draws a distinction between stealing like food to survive
Right.
versus stealing for personal gain, like in this
Yeah,
situation.
I see what you mean.
And then it gets even more interesting because he starts critiquing social media and how it pressures people to keep up with appearances.
It's like he's saying that this whole incident is a symptom of a bigger problem in society.
Exactly. This pressure to always project an image of success, even if it means doing things you wouldn't normally do.
It definitely makes you think about the messages we're constantly bombarded with every day.
All the time.
Like, are we really choosing our values, or are we just letting these external pressures influence us?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, it's almost like those aspirational images on social media, like they directly led her to steal those specific brands.
And what's interesting is he brings up this point about shopping habits. He talks about how he sees people buying cheap clothes,
Yeah.
at like Ross or Burlington,
Uh-huh.
but then they'll spend a ton of money on expensive shoes.
Oh, that's so true. It's like they prioritize the outward appearance over practicality.
Yeah.
Like the shoes become the status symbol, the thing that people will notice.
Right, even if it means maybe not having enough for other things.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
Totally. And it makes you think about our values as a society.
Yeah.
Like, are we too focused on material things and how we look to others?
It's a good question to ask ourselves, for sure.
Definitely. And I think everyone feels that pressure to some degree.
Yeah.
But the YouTuber's point is that social media just amplifies it.
Right. It makes it that much harder to resist trying to keep up.
Exactly. And I love how he frames this whole video as a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
He's like urging viewers to share it, especially with younger people.
Yeah, because they're the ones who are most influenced by social media.
Exactly. And what makes it even more powerful is he talks about his own experiences shopping at discount stores.
Oh, that's cool. It makes him seem more relatable.
It does, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not just preaching.
Exactly. He's been there himself.
So we started with this shoplifting incident,
Right?
and now we're diving into social commentary, cultural perceptions, ethical dilemmas.
It's amazing what one video can spark.
It really is.
It just shows the power of storytelling.
Yeah.
Even everyday events can have these deeper meanings.
Exactly. And that's what I love about this deep dive.
Me too.
We're not just presenting facts.
Yeah.
We're making you think critically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's hear from you, the listener.
Yes. What do you think about all of this? Do you agree with the YouTuber?
Do you see social media having this kind of influence?
It's a big question, and it ties into this whole conversation about consumerism and how we define success and happiness.
Right. Like, did those things really come from material possessions, or is there something more?
Yeah, this video really makes you examine your values.
Definitely. And how you maybe contribute to or resist this whole consumer culture thing.
It's something to think about for sure. Yeah, it really is like peeling back the layers of an onion.
Right. You start with this shoplifting incident, but then it makes you think about all these bigger issues, like you were saying, consumerism, social media, and even how we perceive different cultures.
It all ties back to that question of identity.
Hmm.
Like how we see ourselves and how others see us.
Exactly. And how easily we can jump to conclusions based on limited information.
It's a good reminder that everyone has their own story,
Yeah, everyone's going through something.
And we should try to be more understanding and empathetic.
For sure. And it also makes you think critically about all those messages we're getting all the time, especially from social media.
Yeah, are we really in control of our own values? Or are we just letting ourselves be influenced?
It's tough to say sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in that whole comparison game and wanting to have the latest things.
But this video makes you stop and think, like, what really matters.
Exactly what really brings happiness.
Yeah, is it stuff or is it something deeper?
It's a big question, and I'm not sure there's an easy answer.
Me neither, but it's definitely something worth thinking about.
Absolutely. Hey, have you ever felt that kind of pressure, from social media or just in general?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I think we all have.
It's about finding that balance, right?
Yeah, being aware of it, but not letting it control you.
Exactly. Well, this deep dive has been really eye-opening for me.
Me too. It's amazing how much we can learn from just one video.
It is. I hope it's given our listeners some food for thought.
So to wrap things up, I want to leave you with this question. How do those themes we talked about today, consumerism, social media, cultural perceptions, How do they show up in your own life?
What can you do to be more authentic and resist those pressures to conform?
It's something to think about as you go about your day.
Great question. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
See you next time.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deeper.